Hey guys, this is René, welcome back. And 1 month ago, I started trading this new 50,000 euro live account that you can see here already on the screen. And I just had the biggest drawdown in my life. And today I want to talk about this and what I learned from it. So as you can see here, this is my account that I introduced like a month ago. And back then I was a little bit optimistic and thought that a initial like margin of 5,000 euro would be enough to cover like the most frequent drawdowns in this 50k account. But I was proven wrong very quickly, and now you can see I had to deposit 2 more times. So you can see it here already, or also in the history. I made this 5k deposit. This was my very first deposit, and then I entered a first bigger drawdown very quickly. Wait, where do we see this? Yeah, here you can see there are all of these losses coming in, and I will show you in the chart why this happened. So I deposited another 5k very quickly afterwards, and then I had even more drawdown, so I decided to deposit another 5k just to be sure. And this is what I meant when I said in the beginning, here you can see the deposit. The third deposit, this is what I meant in the beginning when I said that I was trading a 50k account. This is indeed true. Even though there are only like 15k in this account right now, I'm trading this like a 50k account. The only reason for not having 50k in the account is it just doesn't really make a lot of sense to bind all of the money in this account when we have the chance to leverage our money. So it would be just wasted money if it sits here doing nothing. So this is why I will only keep the necessary margin in this account. And maybe I will see if how it goes. Maybe I will take some money out of the account again if it goes to like, let's say 20k, but maybe I will have to deposit more if there's another big drawdown. So what was going on in this account? This account is a little bit different compared to my other projects, because in this account I still modify the settings for my strategies. I added new strategies in the meantime. I trade different symbols, different charts here. In total, I trade 11 different symbol EA combinations here right now. You can see it on the screen, and we can also have a look at my personal computer here in a second, where I have my trading journal prepared already. This is the Trade Buddy trading journal. You can get it for free. Check out the link in this description. And especially for this account, I just realized how freaking important it is to track your performance with a trading journal like this one, because here I am able to see what strategy performed good, what strategy performed bad. So I have to see if and when I have to make adjustments, and maybe when I have to like take one position or one strategy out of the game because it's just not profitable in the long run. But here, since we are in the Trade Buddy already, you can see all of the trades are listed here. We can see the strategy, we can see the profit and loss for every trade. And this is exactly what I showed you here before. So we can see this drawdown happened immediately in the beginning. So I set this account up, and the first few trades were kind of like break-even-ish. Was a little bit in profit, I think like 200, 250 euro if I remember correctly. And then from this point, it was just going down. And this was, I gotta be honest here, this was mentally challenging for me because of the fact that there was never really profit in this account. Like I started the account, and from this point on, it was just losing. And this is, I cannot really, there's nothing I could do about this, right? When you start trading strategies, you do not know if you started in a good period or in a bad period. And every strategy has good and bad periods. So here I would say I was just very unlucky, but this doesn't change the fact that this was mentally very challenging, because I just saw every day the money was getting less and the account was getting smaller somehow. And this time it is real money. So it's not a challenge. It's not like demo. It's a real money account. And I lost over 6k in a matter of a few days. And yeah, this had me thinking, like, did I do something wrong? Did I go too much risk? Blah, blah, blah. But then I kind of realized that I'm not doing something wrong. I'm doing everything right, in fact, because I'm sticking to my strategies, using expert advisors. I'm not risking too much, even though the drawdown of 6K seems to be a lot. But if we put it into perspective, like from a 50K account, it's just a bit over 10%. So if we have a look at the key figures here, the maximum drawdown was not even 13%. And if you cannot take these changes in your equity or these drawdowns, then this is a pretty clear sign that you are trading too much money. And this is something like my first big learning that I want to give, especially to new traders or traders who do not really know everything about trading. Please never risk money that you cannot afford to lose. If losing 50K would have an impact on my personal life, I would not trade this account. So this is very, very important. Please never use money that you need for your like most basic daily needs, because it will not make you happy. You will not be able to go through drawdowns like this mentally if you pretty much see your existence going down here. So this is like one big learning. So what else did I learn? Like, or why was I still kind of confident in this drawdown period? I talked about the strategies that I trade here before, and especially this go long strategy. If you're interested, check out the last videos on the channel. I made a separate video especially for this strategy. And if we have a look at the chart, it's pretty clear to see why this strategy was not performing. So let me show it to you again quickly. So if we have a look at the index of the German stock market here, where I trade this strategy. Oh, wait, this was okay already. 1 hour chart, we can see that when I started this expert advisor, here at this point, yes, the index was going up a little bit, but then it just came down a lot. And the drawdown here in peak was over 6%. So in this period, this strategy cannot really make profits. It can maybe reduce the losses a bit if I'm lucky, but there's no really good chance to make profit. And then in the last week especially, the market was recovering, and this is again when the strategy made profit, and we would see this in a second when I analyze the strategies in the trade buddy. So this was for the German index, but for the US index it was even more dramatic, because if I zoom out here in this chart, we can see I started in a way worse position here. I kind of fished the all-time high of this market. And before I started trading this strategy, I mean, I knew that it was the all-time high, but my idea was that I do not believe you are really able to time the market. So even from the all-time high, it would have been possible that the market goes up another 10%. So you just do not know when there's this drawdown or retracement coming. So I was saying to myself, time in the market is better than timing the market. So I just started this strategy even if the market was kind of at an all-time high. So from the day where I started, the market was still going up like 1%, not even 1%, but close to 1%. But then it fell down from the top like, close to 7%. So this is why my strategy was not able to perform. There's just no chance you can make money, or there's very little chance you can make money with a strategy that only goes long in a market that only goes down, right? Makes sense, I hope. So this is also something that I was really analyzing the last few weeks, like what is the market doing, what is my strategy doing, just to figure out why my strategy is performing poorly. And this really gave me confidence to see that, of course, there is a huge correlation with the overall index here. Also with the Nasdaq here, I started trading this market kind of at the highest point, and from this point on there were never really higher highs, and then I saw a drawdown of also 7 point something percent. So yeah, no way you make money here. Also at this low here I changed the settings a bit. So before this I only traded in the evening, which was lucky looking back, because it made me save a lot of these losses here, or made me not make a lot of these losses. And then down here, or I think at this day, I changed the settings so I would trade during the whole day. So this is something that is of course beneficial for the strategy, to adapt the strategy inputs like this in a drawdown period. Was maybe lucky. This had an impact on this short period that I'm looking on the account right now, but in the long run, it of course won't have a huge impact, because I just trade this account for 3 weeks now. So this is the main reason why this drawdown happened, and we can see this exactly in the graph, like of the realized profits and losses here. So you can see the first weeks it was just going down, and here you can see until the 18th of April, like close to 1 week ago, there was kind of the lowest point, and this was just not even 1 month into trading. So the first month in this 50k live account, I was just losing. And this is, again, can be mentally super challenging. So do not risk money you cannot afford to lose. But from this point on, the markets recovered, and so my account did. And now what is also nice to see for me is that even though my account is already at break even, the markets are not at this level where I started trading. So this is something that I would judge as good for me, because I would say I still have a lot of space here, assuming that the markets will make new all-time highs at some point. So I have a very good position that I am in right now, I would say, because the markets are not at an all-time high. My overall assumption is that there will be all-time highs someday in the future, and still I covered all of my losses already. So why was I able to cover the losses? Let's have a look at this in my on my personal PC. So because the trading journal here is not only for seeing the overall performance and the overall key figures that you can see here, but it's also good for filtering. And this is maybe the most important feature that I use frequently for my trade buddy, because here I can really see like what happens if I just go for the go long strategy, and if I filter this. We can see this strategy was going down, as I explained before, and then now it's recovering. This strategy alone is not at break even again, but yeah, I explained this before. The markets are also not at break even again. So this is something that I expect in the future if we see some more positive days in the overall indices. So also we can have a look at single symbols now. As I said, the German index is kinda at where it was before. Okay, this is not really what we see in the strategy. So we lost some more than the index, which is not really great. But let's also compare this to the other markets. For the US index, also lost more, but this index is not at the same level where I started, so this is kind of fine. And then the US index, yeah, here I made profit, but this is actually due to the fact that I was a little bit lucky, if you want to say so, that I started trading this with a more conservative approach that saved me some losses in the beginning, and then I kinda switched the settings a bit when it was in the drawdown, and then this made me recover quickly. So this was good for me. And now also let's have a look at the range breakout EA, because I also trade this program in different markets. So let me filter it for all of the markets first. And there was a big loss yesterday. This is maybe why it's overall in a losing position now, but yeah, you can see this is more or less break even. I trade this in different symbols here. We can go through the symbols quickly if you're interested. So US 30 made some profits, and German index made some profits, I think. Yes, US Japanese yen, I'm not sure about this one, made some profits. Euro US dollar, I think it also made some profits. And GBP US dollar had a big loss yesterday, so this one is eating all of the profits until now. But yeah, as I said, just trading for 1 month. And then let's have a look at the turnaround Tuesday strategy. This one was really performing crazy the last week. And I think this is covering all of the losses in this account right now. So yeah. Okay, together with the go long strategy in the Nasdaq, this strategy is recovering for the losses. And yeah, was just kind of had a good trade last week. In the beginning of last week, Monday and Tuesday were traded by this strategy, generated these profits. So if I reset all of my filters, you can see that even though I was in a very, very big drawdown for the first 3 weeks of trading this account, just the last week made all of these drawdowns or covered all of the losses from this drawdown. And now I am back at more or less break even, but very optimistic for the future because of the fact that the indices are not at the level where I started trading. And I hope I was able to explain, to explain why I am so optimistic. It's mainly because of the fact that my strategies usually follow the index, and the indices on average lost, while my strategies are more or less at break even. So yeah, this is why I'm looking optimistic in the future. I can keep you updated on this account if you're interested. Let me know in the comments what you think about this, and if you ever had such a big drawdown in your life, and maybe what it did with you. Would be interesting to hear some of your stories. I think as a trading community, somehow we can only benefit from different views here, different opinions, and different experiences, because I frequently see that new traders find my channel and they ask about the most basic things. Some people even ask me if I can show them expert advisor that make like 5% every month with a drawdown of like 5%. So this is just showing me that many people are very they are blinded by the marketing and the dreams that are sold on YouTube. So I want to bring some more transparency and honesty into this trading business, and I hope that with this project I'm able to do so. So let me know what you think. This is it for the update. I'm out. Bye-bye.